Textile exchange standards help to make sure that organic, recycled, or more responsibly produced raw materials are present in the products said to contain them. Take a cotton t-shirt. The fibers used to make it started out life on a cotton field somewhere in the world. They have since been harvested, ginned, spun, knitted, finished, cut and sewn. Certification systems like ours manage the chain of custody by requiring certification at every stage of this value chain. They give companies a third-party proof point that the items they buy or sell are made with their chosen materials. But we want to go further. Beyond a proof point, brands need increased traceability to know where their materials come from and better manage their impacts. Trackit is our response to this call to action. It helps companies to map their certified material supply chains from source to store. Right now, it can be tricky for brands to join the dots. That's because behind every certified product, there's a trail of physical and PDF certificates housed in different places. Every company that handles certified materials needs to hold a scope certificate. This is their license to sell products as certified. Then, every time certified materials change ownership between companies, they need to be accompanied by a transaction certificate too. These certificates can be issued by over 25 different certification bodies that work around the world. But having data spread across different certification bodies makes traceability tricky. And often the onus falls on brands to collect this information. Trackit solves this problem by allowing companies to access all scope and transaction certificates in one central place. Trackit users have two tools to choose from. Digital Trackit, or dTrackit, strengthens the integrity of our standards by bringing together the data stored across our certification bodies into one place, without any changes to the process. Here's how it works. Certified companies apply for scope and transaction certificates with certification bodies, as they have always done. Then, certification bodies carry on with validation, reconciliation, and approval. Behind the scenes, data from different certification bodies is transferred into our database. Redundant or duplicated information is eliminated, and data is reconciled. Certified brands use dTrackit to access their scope data, transaction data, and traceability map. Having a central space for certification data gives us the ability to step up our standards. Here's how. But we don't want to stop there. The step up from this baseline is Electronic Trackit, or eTrackit, which calls on cutting-edge tech for more granular traceability. In eTrackit, each company has its own virtual inventory. The system swaps out traditional transaction certificates for electronic tokens, or e-transactions, with one token for each kilogram of material. Let's take a look. Certified companies apply for e-transactions. The system will automatically reference their scope certificate to check that this is allowed. Certification bodies log into the system to approve the transaction. When e-transactions are approved, the system takes the material from the seller's virtual inventory and moves it to the buyer. The buyer accepts the inventory and completes the peer-to-peer validation. Going from digital certificates to electronic tokens helps us provide increased traceability. Both tools will be available for companies certified to our standards to use in 2023. Offering the two simultaneously means that we can start giving everyone their preferred level of traceability. while continuing to push the industry further. The more visibility brands have into their sourcing systems, the more confidently they can understand, measure, and reduce their impacts on the ground. So let's make our material choices matter